Well, well, well. Would you look at that? It's not stream Cerny for once. I'm just recording a run before going on with my day, basically squeezing it in, just in a good old morning or whatever. I mean, it's, you know, 11:30, but that's still morning. Technically, by definition, it's not noon yet. It's not afternoon yet, right? Anyway, hey, how you doing? How you holding up? Hope you're doing all right and all that. I got a busy day ahead of me. Being basically the usual stuff, aka working out, you know, all that stuff. But then also, I've got an exam in like 3 days, 2 days. Yeah, well, 3 days if you count today as well, with worth of studying left to do. So you know, it's gonna be good fun, hopefully. By good fun, I mean I hope I pass. I don't think I'm gonna have any trouble with that, at least from the studying I've been doing so far. It's not the easiest exam I've ever taken, the easiest topic. If you're curious, it's about machine learning. And you know, there's a lot of very complex math involved and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think I've got a grasp on the basics of it, and look, I only need to pass. I've gone through this before. At this point, I'm not trying to earn any accolades or anything like that by getting the highest grade of the class. I'm just trying to pass and get the degree done with, right? So I think that's a good way of approaching it. Yo, listen, actually a pretty nice item. Makes it very easy to find secret rooms. Kinda makes me not want to use Sac Altar. Also, this is an XL floor, I've just noticed. So glad I got an easy start with piercing shots, otherwise, you know, this might have been terrible. Also, that's a lot of pills. I'm actually gonna do the smart thing. I'm gonna ignore them for now, because maybe there's a PhD in here or something, you never know, right? I actually do want to get deep pockets. That item on the first floor kinda goes a little crazy. If I could get it, that would be awesome. If not, then I guess I'll just be sad forever. Wow, black bean, huh? It's incredible, incredible loot. No, but yeah, you know. I know some other people might be having exam season as well, if you haven't already gone through them, so I guess good luck on your finals or whatever. This is always the weird thing, right? I feel like my uni specifically is disconnected quite a bit from, it seems like, other school schedules, I've noticed. Even from other unis in Germany, although I think right now a lot of my IRL buds that are going to other schools are also going through exams, because for once my exams are actually in August instead of September. But I've noticed, especially for the winter season, my exams are in like March and April, usually about, maybe more like February and March. And like everybody else in the world has their finals in that season in like fucking January. Or even December. It's kind of crazy. Well, there goes my deal chances. I kind of knew that would happen. Should just use the death card. So I feel like I'm always very disconnected from that. Very unique. Because the craziest part is with the fucking summertime. I'm gonna have my exams in August, and then I have time off until like, I think October? Until the next semester starts. It goes kind of crazy. But that's a target worth sack altering for sure. I think it would get rid of Yo Listen as well though, so I kinda wanna wait for another familiar. Just in case. Just in case, because it would suck a lot to lose Yo Listen. Guaranteed, right? If I could at least have it be a chance-based thing, that'd be nice. I guess we'll see. Also, my god, this is run powerful early on. Cricket's body and some piercing tears goes kind of insane. I mean, I guess I can get deep pockets if I go for this one coin here. It's a damn shame. I might as well blow this up in... Actually, why would I? There's no crawl space there, but whatever. Why not, I guess. There we go. Maybe there could have been a coin in here as well. There could have been. Oh, well, no, actually, no, that's from deep pockets. Ha ha ha! Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. No deal this floor either. I feel like that's just gonna be a common theme, I'm noticing. I'm just gonna end up taking random damage every... Okay, I mean, that one was avoidable. I take random damage that I didn't even really, like, know what happened, and then I end up getting hit. Oh, well. Magneto. I'd rather take this. Flat stone. They will now split off at every bounce. That is incredible. Oh, baby, things just keep getting better, huh? Yeah, no, we're already flooding the entire room with tears every second. That is incredible. Okay, no reason for that, and then I'm assuming down here is gonna be where I end up finding... Yes, that. Okay. We should absolutely shred this guy, dude. We should feed him a bomb. I should build a bomb. As the FBI, if you're listening, although I don't know why they would care. Doesn't the FBI only handle like internal stuff in the US? What's the deal with all the 3-letter agencies in the US? So there's the FBI, which is basically just the police, right? They're just like the police, but they investigate like on a federal level, I guess. So, you know, they deal with like big important crimes or whatever. And then there's the CIA, which is an intelligence agency, which means they operate internationally? Is that how that works? But everybody knows that they did that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean when I say they did that shit, you know? Yeah. Like, everyone knows they did that shit. So, are they really all that secret? But then there's the NSA, which I guess is the CIA, but digital or something? I honestly... It's been too much, man. I've never kept track of that shit. I don't need to know all of this. I'll actually take this over Liberty Cap. It's been nice, Liberty Cap. It's been nice, but you aren't necessary. You know, now I'm comfortable doing this. Fuck! God damn it! The one thing I actually wanted to get rid of stayed. God damn it. Well, it was a 1 in 3 chance, I guess, that one specific familiar gets disappeared, and unfortunately, I got the low roll on it. Oh well. Yo, listen, you've served me well, but it had to happen, I guess. Sometimes things just kind of have to happen like that. Look, at least, even though I lost... Yo, listen. At least the items I got out of Sac Altering were pretty good, right? So I can't really be too mad. All things considered, things went pretty well regardless. Anyway, in other news, you guys... Well, you probably haven't seen it, but you guys heard about the news regarding the Borderlands movie and how it's complete and utter dog shit, apparently? Like, it's almost like everybody could have seen this one coming, but... that's great news, isn't it? Crooked Randy getting what he's owed or something? I don't know. Look, I've never really... I feel like I got turned into a Borderlands hater at some point in my life. I was never like a huge Borderlands fan. I played through Borderlands 2, like, I think a couple of times because friends asked me to play with them, and that's pretty much it, right? I also played through the pre-sequel, again, because a friend basically asked me to play with him. And that's it, like, I never had much of an attachment to the Borderlands franchise or whatever. The games were kind of fun, but I never went out of my way to replay any of them after the fact, right? I know that Borderlands 2 is still a pretty good game, etc, etc, but, you know, it never really, like, had that much of a hook on me. So when I saw that Borderlands 3 was coming out, I was like, oh cool, that's something that we might be able to play together. You know, that could be a fun game to play with my friends. Well, for the first year, it basically didn't exist, because it was exclusive to EGS, because it came out right at the point in time where every game developer just got exceedingly greedy and accepted big money paychecks from Tim Sweeney to make it so that the games don't exist for a year, which is a strange business decision, but I suppose the money they got from Epic Games offset the absolute just shellacking they got in sales, so it was fine. But, you know... That was that. But then on top of that, it turns out that Borderlands 3 was just kind of shit anyway. And I was like, alright, you know what? That was a good time as ever to start actually hating on the franchise. Despite the fact that the older games are still completely fine. But Borderlands 3 was kind of bad, so you know what? Good enough for me, good enough for me. And it's just been downhill since then, huh? That's it's great to know that the movie is complete and utter dog, like everybody would expect it to be. And there's no surprises there. Like, it opened, obviously it isn't there yet anymore, but it opened to a 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is honestly an accomplishment. The ability to make a movie so dog shit, I gotta check this. I've missed too many deals already. I just remembered the fucking pill room on the first floor, huh? I just remembered the pill room that I completely ignored. Lamau, oh well. Turns out I haven't missed out on too much. This is the thing now. Because, like, I'm obviously not going to pay for it. I almost never do to watch a movie because I'm a loser and I stay indoors all the time and just, you know, download movies once they're available to download. But, you know, I kind of want to watch it now just to see how bad it is. Like, they always get me with the movies that are so bad they're good again. Except this one's probably not good either way. But you know what I mean, right? Like, once it's available in some other capacity, I'm sure it's gonna be a hilarious thing to just sit down and watch. Maybe have a couple beers, you know, and just enjoy watching the new Madame Web or something like that. It's quite an interesting opportunity, don't you think? An opportunity you're not presented with all that frequently. So that should be good fun, maybe. I don't know. Look, if you're a Borderlands fan, I'm so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you. Like, you're in such a rough spot. The franchise has never been in a worse spot, I can tell you that much. What's with all the charged keys, bro? I can't even get that one. What do you have for me? A little bit of damage. And a 100% chance to concuss enemies if I ever get to 27 luck. Ah, come on. I could do a little better than that. Is Slip to Rip all that much better? Not really, but look, it was a bit of a gambit. It could have worked, it couldn't have worked, who knows, right? Always a bit of a gamble when you take a blind item. That's kind of what the whole point of them is. We love gambling in this household. I mean, that is damage, also more HP. I just keep getting HP, I'm not gonna complain. I would love to play the Sacrum, but I don't have health, man. I mean, I do, there's a lot of red hearts lying. You know what? Actually, screw it. I didn't get a deal this floor already. That's a shame. There we go. Red hearts galore, I might as well take them, right? Might as well put them to work. Why not? Surely one of these is gonna pay out with something, right? Okay! Yeah, no, I was... What the fuck? That's insane? What the hell? Really, of all the things you could have given me, you gave me literally the single best option? That's crazy. More money. Once I get my second key piece, right? Why not? Now I don't even have to worry about deals or whatnot anymore. That's absolutely incredible. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good haul, I think, for the floor. Like, holy crap, I should have gone even lower on health and gone into the challenge room. Kind of forgot about that. Matter of fact, actually, I still can. Forgot about that whole thing. Yeah, give me some tier rate, why not? Clutch, you are so cooked. I'm so sorry. You're not seeing the light of day anymore. Oh, it's a rough day to be my op. That's all I'm saying, man. It's a bad day to be an op. Look, here's an interesting question that has plagued me over the years, and I never really bothered to look up the answer to because it's more fun for me to like remember a question like this and then bring it up like this because it gives me a vector of conversation if I can talk about stuff, right? But what's the deal with calendars? More specifically, how come sometimes calendars, like the weeks on, like, because the rows are always weeks, right? How come they start on Sundays sometimes, and then some other calendars, they start on Mondays? Unanimously, universally, I would say most people would probably agree, Monday is the first day of the week, right? That's where we start the week. I guess you could consider the start of your week to be wherever, right? It's completely arbitrary. It's just for most people, a working week is usually Monday through Friday, and then, might as well, right? And then, you know, Saturday, Sunday are off, so they're the weekend, and then after you've had your couple of days off, you're like, okay, now is the start of a new week. So, I guess the Sunday-centric calendar, you could argue, might be from, Jewish culture? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I mean, at least from what I know from my friends who are from Israel, you know, the working week there is basically Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday are the weekend, right? So, maybe that's why? But that, I don't know if there would be that much of a widespread adoption for that. Maybe there would be, I don't know, right? I don't know if it's always been considered like that. It's a curious one. It's a curious one to think about, because, like, it is kind of arbitrary if you think about where the start and end points of your week are, right? If you're self-employed and you feel like, oh, my days that I take off per week are going to be Wednesday and Thursday, why not, right? So your week starts on a Friday. If anything, that might actually even be more advisable if you think about it. If people's work weeks were a little bit more disconnected like that, because how often do you encounter this problem where you have to take it, obviously this doesn't apply to me, I'm just trying to be relatable. But like, where you have to take like an entire day off of work because you gotta go to like some sort of government office or something, right? Oh, you gotta get your driver's license renewed and you gotta pick it up. Well, the working hours for those guys are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So you basically have to take a day off work if you want to go there. Oh, you've got a doctor's appointment? Well, the earliest they can slot you in is 1 p.m. on a Thursday, so I guess you gotta get out of work early or just take the entire day off. You know? How much better would it be if your working hours were a lot more flexible in general? Right? Think about it like that. If everybody's work week was different, or like at least one of your days off was at a different point and your weeks were more arbitrary, you wouldn't have to worry about shit like that all the time. Oh yeah, my days off are on Wednesday and Saturday, so you know, when everybody else is working on Wednesdays, I can go and go in. Obviously now this becomes a problem when you think about like how everybody will have that, and then it becomes kind of like a nightmare. You'll never know if something is operating, but you know, I guess that's what shift works for or whatever. Dude, I'm loving the items I'm getting here. Capricorn is a great pickup. It's just occurred to me, like, because I realized that basically what spurred us on is that the other day I realized that my phone's calendar, for like the 2 years that I've owned my phone, was still set to having the weeks start on Sundays. And I was like, oh, that's curious. let me change that to Mondays, because I'm more used to having the week start on Monday. I might as well carry the smelter and smelt out this trinket as well, I guess. Because, like, I'm a Monday week start kind of guy. It's just a routine that I've, you know, learned to expect over the first 25 years of my life. So, I think it's very fair to treat it as such. But I did notice, like, oh, it was set to Sunday by default, and I remembered, like, oh yeah, like, even as a kid, sometimes when I'd see, like, a paper calendar somewhere, that shit would sometimes have the week starting on Sundays instead of Mondays. It's very curious. I can understand maybe, like, shuffling the day columns around on a calendar if it's for whatever, like, layout reasons or whatever, right? If it makes more sense with the way the weeks structure themselves and whatnot, but it is a curious one. And it makes me wonder, okay, great damage to take. Makes me wonder if there are some, like, insane schizo fucking calendars out there. Where they're just like, oh yeah, like, every week starts on a Wednesday. Have fun. Have fun trying to make sense of this shit in your head. I'm sure it won't be a problem at all. I'm sure you'll be able to figure that one out just fine. Another trinket, might as well, right? I'm not gonna look for secret rooms. I'll try here. That's horribly misplaced as well, but you know what? It worked. So I'm not gonna complain. Mum's Pearls. It's a pretty good item. Broken Padlock is definitely better than whatever the other thing was, because it at least does something for me. Every time, man. Every time. I was not even got an excuse, right? It's not like I'm streaming and looking at chat or anything to be distracted by. I literally just forgot about that room and just wasn't even, like, really paying attention. You know, when you're just kind of absent-minded. I made boss rush? I guess I did. Mausoleum. True that. Okay, well, might as well just see what we have. Yeah, Mysterious Liquid is worth fighting over. Send all my money down the drain, get some more damage. I mean, 18 extra damage is quite a bit, mind you. It is multiplied by a lot thanks to Sacred Heart, but holy crap, that's a lot of damage. This is the type of run you love, right? Where just, you start as Eden, but then also you get exceedingly lucky and things just go your way. It's a thing of beauty. I'm so glad I remembered to take the Golden Razor, by the way. Because I know if I just gotten lost in some sort of bit again, I would have definitely hated myself for it, because being able to just get a shit ton of damage by the end of this run would be really fun. I had to make it up for forgetting about the pill room on floor 1. There was a horse pill in there, you know? What if that was a tears up? You never know, right? Realistically, it seems like most of my pills are utter trash, but, you know, I guess that's what it'd be. Oh, that's just Mega Mush, huh? Well, so much for Golden Razor, I'm sorry, but Mega Mush is a little bit more of a better caliber of item. Again, I doubt it'll matter, this run is already crazy as is, but I suppose having this is also really nice. Crystal Key, now that's a trinket, alright. You know what? I'm gonna hug you to death. I'm not even gonna shoot. No point. I got Hush! Yeah, sure, why not? It's rare to be able to make both Hush and Boss Rush in a run. I mean, is it? Not really. I feel like if you make one, you probably make the other. Yeah, that was a long suspended animation. I'm not gonna have Mega Mush active for the Hush fight, mind you, but kinda don't need to. It's kinda boring, maybe if you're too powerful, you know? I'm gonna arrow walk this motherfucker too. Because why not? Where's the fun in not doing it, you know? Alrighty. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Even though I have damage, I don't have that much deeps. It is melting him. He's constantly red, which is the biggest factor for making me love this shit already. And I also can't see him. My shots are so opaque, it's very tough for me to make out just about where exactly he is. I mean, his sprite is just big enough to basically peep through it. But yeah, this is probably the easiest Hush fight I've ever had. I've literally just been holding down the left button on my keyboard. The slowdown really helps a lot as well. Just stay out, Hush. Like, what are you trying to hide from? Hey, on other news, I've been kind of like getting a little retro pilled lately. What I mean by that? Well, for like the first time in, I think like 15 years even, I switched back to using fucking Firefox, man. I know, it's crazy. And I know what you're gonna say is like, how come you weren't already? How come you switched, blah, blah, blah. Look, I originally switched from Google Chrome to Opera, specifically Opera GX, but it doesn't really matter, last year, because I was getting tired of how fucking slow Chrome was running. And Opera did run better, and it also had, on top of it, the cool built-in customization, which looked pretty neat. Obviously, all the fucking privacy shit happened. I don't really care much about that. Like, okay, like, Opera is stealing your fucking browsing data, boo fucking who, every browser is in some capacity or another. Like, your data goes somewhere, right? You're never gonna be fully, truly private unless you go out of your way for it. So I wasn't really too bothered by it, is what I'm saying. Like, yes, I probably should be, but I wasn't. But now, why about just a year later are you deciding to switch to Firefox instead? Well, mainly because it's preemptive, because it's still not a year grace until this happens, but Google is going to be killing off ad blockers in Chromium browsers. Like, literally, they're just killing off support for ad blockers. They won't work as well anymore by June 2025. So I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm just going to switch to Firefox. Switching browsers has gotten decently easy over time anyway. It's still a bit of a hassle because you don't take your cookies with you, which means you have to log in everywhere again. And every fucking, like, browser game or whatever you've ever played that relies on cookies to function, obviously loses all your progress. That's just a fucking planetarium? Okay, Crystal Keys, the best trinket in the game, confirmed? What the fuck? That is incredibly lucky. Tears up, shot speed down. Ideal. Couldn't be a more perfect outcome from that experimental build. So, you know, I finally bit the bullet, went back to Firefox. It's noticeably slower on loading web pages than any Chromium browser I've ever used. And I mean, the whole reason I went to Google Chrome back in the day was because, well, it was new, and then I just kind of got stuck in the ecosystem because it was indubitably the fastest browser. And to an extent, it probably still is. Chromium-based browsers just load pages faster because the entire internet is basically optimized for them at this point as well, right? Because they make up like 80% of the fucking browser market share or something like that. It's kind of crazy. But, end of the day, I can live with that because the browser itself runs a lot better. The browser itself actually runs like a lot faster. And I also don't have to worry about my ad blocker not working anymore after a while. And I get the whole privacy benefits on top of it. And turns out it's because there's, you know, people out there that actually use Firefox. There's just as much customization for it too, which is nice. I've been priding myself on that a little bit. I've been enjoying the customization stuff of aspects more, you know? Just being able to make things look nice the way I like to them to look is neat. It's neat. It's the thing I like. But yeah, so I switched back to Firefox like literally yesterday. In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't too much of a hassle to switch over, but I can't wait for the next like 3 months or so. Whenever I go to a website, I gotta be like, oh yeah, I gotta log in again because my cookies didn't carry over or anything like that, which is obviously fair, but I'm pretty sure there are ways to transfer them between browsers, like login sessions and shit like that, or anything that relies on cookies, but it's unreliable and it's a hassle, right? It's just not worth doing. But yeah, I'm officially Firefox build again. Good to know that it's the GOAT. It will stay the GOAT probably for a while. Up until Mozilla decides to just have a fucking baffling business decision or some shit like that, and then what, right? It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. It'll always get there. No, but it's quite changed. Oh, just Brimstone, huh? I mean, sure, yeah, why not? At this point, honestly, I think there's an interesting interaction with synergies going on here. Where we're shooting out the orb because of the Flatstone synergy, but then we also have the... This is a problem, though. If I'm not holding down... Like, if I'm moving the reticle while I'm shooting, it doesn't... That's a bit annoying, but I guess we'll see how it goes. For the most part, I can just fucking do this anyway, and then I don't have to worry about the whole Brimstone aspect of this. Being a little wonky with the synergy, you know? Oh, it's just another good item. I don't really have to worry about it. I just shoot out the reticle and I'll be fine. Okay, don't even need to mouse aim. That is what I was worried about, having to mouse aim. Just aim in the general direction of the enemy, and we're doing good. Overridden by Brimstone, huh? I'm so glad they added that to the fucking item descriptions mod. It's so nice. I mean, I don't know how it would work with my synergies anyway. Maybe, like, even though it's overwritten, I would still get the tier bonus sometimes. I don't know, right? I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, it's not much of a challenge. Who would have thought? 23 damage homing Brimstone with a ton of extra tiers splitting off because of Cricket's body and all the extras. Does a lot of damage and destroys enemies very quickly. That's unbelievable, I know. I could get a fat Brim out of Sulfur, but obviously that would mean I couldn't have Mega Mush inside the fight, so I would have to pop it beforehand, which is annoying. Is it gonna last the whole fight? Probably. Yeah, it's probably gonna last the whole fight. So there's no point in taking Sulfur. The optimal play would have been taking Sulfur, but you know, I feel this is gonna last the whole fight anyway. I'm just gonna hug his face. I kill everything in here. I might run out in the phase 2 transition, actually. Oh well. It's going pretty damn fast, though. No, it's going hella fast. He might not die just about in time, but yeah, no, there you go. So yes, it would have been the smart play to take Sulfur, and turns out I actually do more damage this way than I did with Mega Mush. That's kind of funny. Oh well. Look, that's that. It's just that simple. And I get another Void! Ah, sure. Take me down, why not? The run's been fast, I don't mind. I don't mind. Should be kind of fun. Well, I say kind of fun. I'm gonna spend like the next 10 minutes of my life here, probably. Just trying to desperately find where Delirium is, because I don't care about fighting any other bosses. Oh well, I guess I'll pick up TM Trainer. I don't care. At this point, that seems kind of funny to me. I might get something that breaks the game. Never mind, I'm just gonna fight Delirium straight away. This is exactly what I wanted anyway, so this is okay. I'm just gonna plant the reticle in the center of the room and just position myself opposite of Delirium. And he'll die, probably. I don't know where he is, I'm just gonna like walk in circles and it's gonna hit him probably. This weird ass fucking silly ass Brimstone beam. Yeah, he's dying slowly but surely. I don't know where he is. Over there. Can you die, please? Thank you. It's so annoying that like repositioning the reticle makes the beam stop. It's an interesting synergy, but it's kind of cumbersome. It's also brain dead, mind you, but yeah, that was fun. Anyway, we're done here. I'm not doing any more than that. It's just that simple, just that easy. Hey, look, I took TM Trainer and run for once. You can't be mad at me. Anyway, that's it from me for today. I'll see if I get this one edited before exam. Probably will. So I'll see you around. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, I suppose. And hope you've enjoyed yourself. I feel like I'm going in loops here. See you around. Bye.